Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, Stitching with a Dachshund. My name is Sherry and this is a channel mainly about cross stitch, although I throw in some life updates and a few other crafts that I have my hands into. Well, today is April 15th, 2020. Welcome back to all my subscribers. I appreciate you all. And hello to anybody who happened to stop by to visit today. I appreciate you too. I hope you see something here that inspires you and gets you interested in one of the crafts that I'm interested in. We all need a hobby, especially in the times that we're going through right now. So a little bit of life update, family update. As my last video, I could just say everything was same old, same old. James got a job. He was all happy. He was out on the road. Well, since then, he's been laid off. Sarah's working part-time and Michael's working part-time. Robert is still an essential employee, so he is going off to work every day. As for just stitching, if you are a subscriber, you might have got a notice about me posting 3 videos about 3 weeks ago. And that was about how to capture wild yeast from the air to create a wild yeast starter to make bread when you don't have yeast or you can't buy bread. I had a friend contact me and she didn't have bread in her area and she didn't have yeast in her cabinet. So she's like, I know you do sourdough, so can you walk me through this? I did, and then I felt like, wow, it was so vague. And what if somebody else is out there in that same situation? So I felt, I have this knowledge, and maybe it'll help somebody. So I posted 3 videos about how to catch wild yeast, how to build up the colony to make it good and strong, and then how to make a loaf of bread. That's what those videos were about if you got notification on them. Or if you're interested in something like that, they're on my channel. So that's a little baking. But the second thing that I baked was my great grandma and great grandpa was from Czechoslovakia. So I have a Czech heritage. And my great grandma used to make kolaches all the time. And everybody in my family talks about them. Now, I don't remember my grandma making them as much as my great grandma made them. And I've been putting off doing them because I don't know why. I was intimidated by them, maybe. I don't know. But I am a baker, so I shouldn't have been. So I decided during all of this, I was going to try my hand at making kolaches. The first batch was okay. Everybody ate them. Nobody complained. The second batch was, I found it. I got what I think is my great grandma's recipe. I've asked everybody in my family if they could find that recipe. Nobody has. So I just started looking up if I could find an old Czech lady making kolaches. I watched her video and I think I finally got the one that I like. And believe it or not, it has lard in it and they are delicious. So anyway, I can ramble on about baking, so let's just get off that. I'm going to insert some pictures probably at the end if I can right here. If not, they'll be at the end of my latest batch of kolaches. And they're all gone and they were delicious. So in my last video, I asked about, I showed you my coasters, which I forgot to get out. And I can see them over there, but I'm not going to get up. If I should go on and leave them as coasters or make them into the coffee mug. And the majority of people said coasters, keep them as coasters. So I did. I will probably, if I want to, I could go back and just make the coffee mug later. In fact, that was one of the suggestions by one of the people. So coasters for the win. So and that was for applique, for somebody who doesn't know what I'm talking about. It was wool applique. It's a new art form that I'm getting into, and I'm really liking. So let's get into finishes. I don't know how long this video is going to be today, so let's just move along. I have some friends that they play in a band. I'm looking at my stitches like a little weird. They are the band Two Country for Nashville, and I think I've mentioned them before on here. But I did I'm going to do a hanging for them, a little ornament, and I finished it. Now this is from Stitch People, which I showed in my last video. I had gotten a couple of the books. This is Lorraine and Joelle, and they are the Two Country for Nashville. I'm going to put this in a hoop and make it like an ornament type thing. So I've got it stitched, but I need to be able to get out and get a hoop or something on how to finish it so that I can get it to them once we are back to normal and they're out playing again. They're on quarantine also. So they were on a cruise ship when all this hit, and the cruise ship left off, all the passengers and all the staff had to stay on. So they spent like 2 more weeks out on the sea, or the ocean, wherever they were, and just was cruising around. And finally, they made everybody get off now. They released everybody so that the ships could be used where they needed to be used at. So they're in Tennessee in quarantine, but they go live every once in a while. I get to see them. My second finish, which I love, is Jane Marshall, 1857. I'm going to put this behind it, I think. Here we go. Isn't she a beauty? I can't wait to get her ironed out and figure out what I'm going to do with her. I love her. Look at that. I love the ending of it. So that was a finish. Really excited about that one. I know if you follow me on Instagram, and I hope you do, it's Stitching with the Dachshund on Instagram also. I posted pictures of my progress on this, and I think every time I posted one, I was like, man, I'm enjoying this stitch. It was really fun. It was a fundraiser to help the Australian fires. So I got that one. Then I love this one too. It's so fun. I saw this one and just had to have it. Y'all making me burn all my sage up in here. When I saw that, I had to get it. And I think it's from the Witchy Stitcher. Yes, the Witchy Stitcher on Instagram. She has a lot of really fun designs out there. So anyway, there's my sage. I laughed and enjoyed working on this one too. I'm not a big work on black person, but this was easy enough. It's 28 count. It was big holes, right? So y'all making me burn all my sage up in here. I love it. What else have I finished? I worked on a couple of embroidery pieces. If you follow me on my channel, you know that I'm working on a Christmas hanging of some type. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. I just know that I'm right now embroidering the panels that go with it. And with these two being done, I now have 6 panels. So that's another deer. That's the second deer. And I think this might be the first tree. Isn't that cute? Cute as can be. But I'm thinking about just making some wall hanging, maybe quilting it. I'm not a quilter. My mother-in-law is, though. I'm sure she'll be more than willing to help me. Okay, so those are my finishes, and I'm really happy with those. I'm going to get me a drink right fast. And then we're going to move into my whips. Now, this is my cardinal one. What's it? When cardinals appear. I love cardinals. I love the saying that when you see a cardinal appear in your yard, you're being visited by a loved one that's passed on. It makes me happy to think that. Now, you might think I've done nothing on this one, but I have put a few, I got hair right there. I have put a few stitches in the snow underneath him. So I don't like stitching the white, so it's easy to put him to the side for a little bit and move to something else. But I really need to get him done. He's a beauty, and I love him. But if you also watch my channel, I say I love it a lot. All right. This has got a bad word in it, so I'm going to cover it up. This is my field of blankety blanks. I'm doing this for my daughter, and I have gotten a little bit more done on it than the last time. The last time I didn't have any people on it, and now I got some people. And if you remember, my daughter is a pink girl, and she wanted the tower to be pink. So that's why the tower is in pink. And she doesn't care. I love that kid. She marches to the beat of a different drum, her own drum. So I love her. All right, this is Quilting Bee. It's a bee, a red bird. I love it. Oh, the Quilting Bee. I got the Sleeping Bee too, but it's not in the rotation yet. So that's what it should look like. And this is where I'm at. Yeah, no, she's gorgeous. I love her so much. Ugh. I've worked on her for the last few days. I've got it in my book here. But I got to working on her wings and her little legs and her body. And then I did this big old motif and I just started moving up. And I didn't want to put her down and move on anything else. And that's how I do my stitching. If I want to work on it, I work on it until it's like, I don't want to work on it more. And that happened last night. I finished up this one and I went to start working on this one. And I was like, ugh, I don't want to do another one. So I was like, it's time to put her down. I will finish this one, which I did last night. I finished that one up. And I put her up. So I'm going to do something and work on something else. I wish I would have paid closer attention to the browns, where you can kind of see that there's a difference in the browns on this big one. To me, it's just not a big enough difference. And I didn't realize it until I'd gotten all the way up here, because all these up here, they're not right next to each other. You can see the difference here on these. But when I did this one, I couldn't really see the difference of the two. Unless you got the right light, you can see it. And if I'd have noticed that a little bit sooner, I probably would have changed that floss. But I had already gotten up to there, and I didn't want to change any floss out, you know. So we're going to go with it. It's still beautiful. I still love her. She's going to go away for probably a couple days, and then we will get back at her. So those are my whips that I'm actually working on right now. I got more, but those are the ones that I'm kind of working through right now. So did burn it. All right. My crochet's down here. I forgot about it. What have I been doing in crochet? I have made some masks. That's what I've done. Look at that. Can you hear me in there? Got a little 2 layers of t-shirt material in there. I made that one. I made this one. It's got a little pink strip. I was just using scrap yarn while I was making them. This one's for my husband. He got a big old head. So I had to make a bigger one for him. And then I got this one. So I made 4 altogether. And so we'd have them here at the house and we wear them when we go out. So that's a finish in the crochet. Now in my whip and my crochet, I am close to being finished with Soli's throw. Can't wait to get that finished and get it sent to her. My other whip in crochet is my daughter. She is a big cosplay. Look at that. A big cosplay and anime person. She loves it. And then there's this mask from a Japanese, I want to say Japanese, an anime that she wants me to make. And he's a demon or something like that, and he wears a mask. But his teeth has a zipper right in the middle. So she wants me to crochet that. So I started it. And this is going to be one set of teeth. This is the gums, and that's the teeth. Like that. And then the zipper goes in between, and there's another set of teeth. And then it's black, and it's kind of weird, but I'm going to try and make it for her because, one, it's a challenge for me because I've got to put a zipper in this, and I've never done that. So anyway, that was my whips in crochet. Now, my plans, we're going to move right on into plans because I told you my Mania is going to be Mega Mania. So fun to do that. So in doing Mega Mania, I want to get some of my little ones started. So the rest of April, I'll probably start, and you've seen these before. I've had them out, showed you in my plans. So I want to do this one, Farm Fresh Eggs. This is the one that I'm like, I hope you don't see that. That I was thinking about giving my sister again, but I made that other one for her, which I love, and I think she'll love it. Her birthday was the 9th of April, and I can't give it to her. So, but it's going to go on this material. Isn't that a doll? I love it. It's a pretty, pretty material. I think it looks very country. So I'm going to start that in April. You know, I got to get all this put back together before I can move on. Okay, the second one, Oh, it's killing me that I haven't started it yet, but soon, my friends, it'll be started. And it is Woolly Halloween by Twin Peak Primitives. And the Farm Fresh Eggs is from Twin Peak Primitives. And you know, I love Twin Peak Primitives. I even have a hashtag Twin Peak Primitives 2020. So I will start this one and the other one in April, so that I can have it started when I go into Mega Mania. I gotta do it right. Mega Mania! Yeah, I'm gonna do that a lot. All right, now I'm also going to do a black work one. It's a Star Wars black work. And I got this to teach someone black work, but we didn't get together before the virus, and now we're definitely not going to get together with this. So I think I'm going to go and start it. That way I'll have a start it when I teach you how to do it. Now, I want to say that this is done. If you do true black work, I mean, we do it. We say a lot of black work in cross stitch, but true black work, period, black work is done with a stitch called a Holbein stitch. And if you do a true black work, then the front and the back, you can't tell the difference in. It is, you make a line and you come back on that line. So it's called the Holbein stitch. You can look it up. I don't particularly, I used to not care for that as much. That's why I'm kind of excited about starting this one, because now that I do more cross stitch than I ever did when I was doing this, I did more embroidery. I want to see how I feel about it. So I want to do this, and I'm going to do it with the Holbein stitch so I can teach my friend how to do it. So that's another start that I want to get started on in April still. This is my last start that I want to get started on here in April, and it is Silver Creek Samplers. It's the Dorothy. I know Stitch and Buttons, I know, is doing this one. I don't know anybody else that's doing it right now. But this does not have any stitches on it right now at all. So want to start it. I love buying the patterns. I love kitting the patterns up. I love stitching the patterns. I like finishing the patterns, and I like FFOing the patterns. I don't like starting it. I don't like those first few stitches. That's why in April, I'm going to start them all and get hopefully a good cluster of stitches in, because when I do Mega Mania, then I'm going to put those to the side for the month of May. I say that. Let's see if I really do it. Okay. So since I've been going on about Mega Mania forever, let's go through and remind everybody what I'm doing for in May. Now, all the other ones I'm going to show where I'm at on them, but this is cowboy boots, and I think I have the material for them in here under purchases. So third start on this. Hopefully this will be the one that I can actually get done with. So Mega Mania will be shared with boots, illuminated nativity. Isn't she lovely? And this is where I'm at on her. I hope y'all can see her good. She's going to be beautiful. She takes a lot of concentration, so I usually work on her after everybody's went to bed, and it's just me up, so that nobody will come in and talk to me, and then I mess up, because there's a lot of, it's not confetti or anything like that, but there's a lot of little highlights in there. Okay, my next one is the Bayou Tapestry. I picked out the wrong one, so I'm going to show you the pattern real quick. There you go. That's the pattern. And this is where I'm at on it. I had some issues when I started it, and I said in my other video that I was a very young cross stitcher. Remember, I've only been cross stitching 3 years now. So, and this pattern is a colored pattern, which kind of threw me. And it's just a little different, a little weird for me. So, but I think if I get back on it now, I'll be able to move ahead on it. I put it up because it was a little overwhelming for me, but I'm excited about getting back into it for Mega Mania. Okay, this one I'm totally in love with. Totally in love with. I have wanted this one for a while. Finally got it. And this is where I'm at on her. Isn't she cute? She's so cute. Love her. The other Mega Mania, or the last Mega Mania, you know I had to have a Twin Peak Primitives in my Mega Mania. So it's Twins Christmas Tree. I love it. I love it, and I can't wait to start it. Those little birds, the angels. And this is the material I got. Oh, I just dropped that on my flosses. Put them back in there. Okay, this is the material that I got for it. You can see maybe the sparklies in it. Yeah, there they are. Look at the sparklies. I did their Christmas lantern, and the material I used was very similar to this. If it wasn't this, I really don't know. This is a 28 count Crystal Legacy. No, I get caught up looking at it. So anyway, this is going to be in my Mega. I'm really super excited about it. If you have not seen Twin Peak Primitives patterns, go take a look at them. They're just, want to follow them on Instagram too, because every once in a while on Instagram, she'll put out a freebie, and their freebies are really, really sweet too. I've got my box of Wishful Starts are over there, and there's a couple of them in there that I want to do, and I believe I've got the fabric and everything for them. So that's my Mania plans. So the month of May, I will work only on my big projects. I will try to stay away from my little projects and work on some of my bigger ones, because I really need to get some of my bigger ones cleaned out, because my plan for 2021 is to start my first Hawk Run Hollow, and it's the map of Hawk Run Hollow. I love these. There's not one that I don't love when I see them done. I am going to do it in its silk. So what I'm doing, why I'm starting it in 2021 is because I'm slowly buying the silks that I need. And everybody knows how expensive the silks are. So what I do is when I do an order on 1, 2, 3, I order my next skein of silk. So it's not over. It's not too much, you know, I can do that. So that's really and truly, this is under my purchases, because that's what I'm going into next. So I purchased another silk from a Hawk Run Hollow. So my other purchases, I can't even, this is just, look at that. I know that there's some sales going on, and a lot of people have started it, but I'm actually putting off starting it for right now, especially through Mega Mania, because when I get on this, I know that I'm going to get lost in it. So I'm going to get some of the stack over here done. She's done on Shrieking Violet 40 count linen from the Kitten Stitcher. I don't know why I didn't order that. There's a reason behind it. So anyway, I ordered, and this is probably what I'm going to do it on. This is 28 count Pansy Lagana, and she's very pretty, don't you think? So I think she's going to look good on that. And if I choose this one, then of course I think the colors will need to change a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. So that was a purchase. Second one was, if you follow my channel, you know I've done the Suffrage Act, I did Women Votes, got those two finished. And then I bought this one because I'm going to do it too, because my idea is to do somehow make a display of them. Because if you, most of you don't know me, but if you know me, that's one thing that I preach all the time is vote. Women vote. Our ancestors went through hell to get us that right to vote. And you need to vote. You need to respect what they did. They were beaten. They were put in jail. Husbands left them. All kinds of horrible things. there was a lot of really good things too. So I don't want to make it all negative. There were a lot of men who really supported their wives and really supported the right to vote. But in any movement, you have people that do get hurt in it. And some of our ancestors were that person. And so we as women need to vote. And I am not by any means a feminist, please, especially not a modern day feminist. Maybe in the 60s when they were burning their bras, I might have been a feminist. So that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm just talking about your rights and honoring what people suffered to get us the right to vote. And that's another rabbit trail. So we'll just bring it back around to, I got my third pattern and I'm going to do a beautiful, wonderful display with it. So pretty excited about that. I did order some material. One of these is for the boots though, but I'm going to show you all three of them so you can see them. One of these is going to be for the boots, and one of these is going to be for votes for women. So I think they're lovely. Oh, so lovely. So that was my purchase. And then I bought this one because I saw it and I thought, well, would the night walked down, would she look good on this one? Wasn't sure, so I ordered it. I mean, it wasn't much because I only got a small. Well, I got 12 by 17. I don't know. I kind of love this one too. So I don't really have to make that decision yet because it's there. But anyway, that's purchases. So let's move on to my 800 subscriber giveaway. If you've watched my channel, you know I've got, I believe, 646 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 800 just because it's a goal. And I want 800 subscribers. And then after that, I'll do another goal. I don't know. So if you've watched my channel, you know that I've got a primitive hair, the primitive hair pattern in here with everything that the pattern comes where it's not been open. Great value. I've got this one, Autumn Window, which you couldn't really see the last time. So I'm hoping you'll be able to see it a little clearer this time. It's absolutely beautiful. And I really thought that I'd want to do it, but it's sat there and I haven't even had an urge to do it. So I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give it away. And then a few of these that I knew that I wouldn't do are in here. I know if you've watched my channel before, you've seen these. If not, these are beautiful too. And they come with the stuff to make them. This one here, I really thought I was going to do it. Hasn't even called to me. And it has the little stuff on the back. Isn't that cute? Oh my God. I look at it and think, but I want to. But then when it's all over and said, I'm not even, don't even excited about doing it. It even has a needle. So, whole thing in there. My husband made me, if you remember, the leather buffalo hide and then kangaroo hide in here. I think it was kangaroo. It is a business card holder. He is owner-operator of Chisholm Trail Leather, and he made that for me. So this month, I've added a Prairie Schooler 2001 in there. I found out that I had a duplicate, so I'm putting it in the, I got a message, let me close that out. I'm putting it in the south. And then Told in a Garden. Very lovely. This is the barn raising. I'm not going to do it, so I put it in there. So my 800 subscriber giveaway is growing. Now, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do it all as one because not everybody's going to dig what's in here, or if I'm going to do it broken up. So stay tuned for that. Well, I have covered everything that I can cover, so I'm going to close this out so you can see my stitching with the dachshund one more time. And I'm going to say, put some thread in a needle and get to stitching. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.